Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. It's good to be here Wednesday morning, 12:19, 8 a.m. on the East Coast. I always wanted to say that. So let's tell everybody how you can reach the show. 706 889 9700. That is right here, folks. You can text me. I try to read them. During the break. And you can email me at chief@fetronews.com there. And if you ever would like to be on the show and, hey, you ever have a topic or some of the things we talk about, you like to agree with me, that would be great. But if you'd like to disagree with me, we'll take that also. There's all the social media ways that you can. All the social media ways you can follow the show. Now, it's Wednesday. There's 2 days before our last broadcast. We have Thursday and Friday. Okay. Now Friday, let me tell you a little bit. That'll be our last broadcast of the year. Circuit World up there in Blue Ridge. Now, if you find the Circuit World, let me say this. Okay, you got to find Circuit World of Blue Ridge. Go on it right there. And I want to tell you, no matter where you're at, you don't have to, that I'm aware of, you do not have to live right here. You have to find Circuit World of Blue Ridge Facebook, all right? You have to like it or join it, whatever, and then share the post. You find a post on there, that's a giveaway. And Friday, they're going to be announcing the winner because all you have to do is like their page and share the post, and you'll see the contest is you'll see it's a PlayStation. All right, I'm trying to get it in my head because I don't even know I know. Is it an Xbox One? I said PlayStation, but I'm wrong. It's Xbox, right? Okay, I'm wrong. So it's a Xbox One. Is that what you said? I don't know what they are. It's an Xbox One. I know all the kids want it, okay? So it's an Xbox One or a 43-inch HD TV there. So you have your choice. The winner has their choice. So they're going to announce that Friday. And Friday we're going to have our last time of the year with the All-Star Political Panel, and they're going to be coming up with yearly winners and losers. We're going to have a little more fun with that. We're going to have more time for them. We want the All-Star Political Panel Friday to go through the year, kind of go through the year. What are the things that stick out to them? What are the most unreported stories, over-reported stories, over-sensationalized stories by the media, whatever it may be. But we're going to give them a lot of time this week on our special Christmas edition of Winners and Losers on the All-Star Political Panel. And the pet of the week. Why am I not connecting any of my dots this morning? My pet of the week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge, and then Jesse Barton, North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, Community Relations Director at Cameron Hall. So we always have Ask the Doc with Dr. William Whaley. So that'll be Friday. I'm just counting my days. You know why? Because let me ask you this, all right? It's like the official greeting this time of year. Now, I understand people say Merry Christmas. And I know this is where you're not going to understand me, but I always, when I hear this, and if you know me by now, I listen. I know I talk 2 hours a day. But when I go to different things, I sit back and I listen. I look around the rooms and I listen to people. And right now, when I hear, "Are you ready for Christmas?" And I understand it's just a greeting. And are you ready for Christmas? And are you ready for Christmas? And I'm going to elaborate on that Friday. Okay, are you ready for Christmas? Okay. So that's going to be, I'm going to tell you that Friday. So, I go to Ingles almost every day. I'll just tell you, and after the show, I try to get some soup. I love the soup over there. I'm fond of the chicken noodle. You know what I mean? And then the tomato Florentine is a good soup. But anyhow, okay. Oh yeah, this is a show about nothing today. Nothing at all, because we're living in bizarro world. We'll go into that. So anyhow, but I go over there. Everywhere I go, I bump into people that I know, and there's the people that avoid me. Like I don't know, right? Like I don't know. Shh, stay away from him. But the ones that do have the nerve to say hello in public, the greeting and Merry Christmas, and then you hear the Are you ready for Christmas? So I'm going to talk about that Friday. So write that down. Are you ready for Christmas? And I want to make a statement on that Friday. So yes, now I do know there's some news out there. I do know Michael Flynn went up against a federal judge yesterday, and it's made all the news. The only thing that has not made the news out of this is nothing pertained to the President of the United States. The judge's comments, and I don't know how much time you've spent in court, all right? The courtroom is the courtroom. And let me tell you, I have, one time I was talking to a judge, all right? And a retired judge. And one time I was talking to a retired judge, and the judge looked at me and he said, have you ever been in my courtroom? Were you ever in my courtroom? And I said, yes, Your Honor. And the one time I was in your courtroom, you yelled at me. And the only thing the retired judge looked at me and said is, you probably deserved it. Okay. He didn't. The judge did not remember if I was in the courtroom. Judge doesn't remember why I was in the courtroom. Judge just said, hey, I probably deserved it. Okay, yeah, Your Honor, yes, I was in your courtroom one time, and the one time I was in your courtroom, you yelled at me. You probably deserved it. So anyhow, you got a federal judge that made some statements, okay? Simple as that. No matter how much you want to dig into this, simple as that, okay? He made some statements. Michael Flynn still has the same charges today that he had yesterday, that he had 2 days ago. All right? Same charges. Lying to the FBI. All right? Period. And some people hung their hat on the judge asking for all the paperwork to corroborate Flynn's guilty plea so he can look at, did he just plead guilty, or is he guilty of the crimes he's accused of? So a lot of people made a lot out of that. I didn't get deep into that here on the show because I wanted to wait this judge out. I really like when you start seeing all the pundits on the tables of all the shows that you do not tear yourself away from sometime. And you have all these talking heads telling you or trying to explain what they think the judge is looking at, what they think the judge will do. All right? The best thing an attorney can tell you that represents you is maybe we have a good case, but you never know what the judge will do. All right, I mean, I'm not saying that is the complete reason you qualify an attorney, but if you have an attorney that, if you have an attorney for anything in your life that is reading the tea leaves of a judge, you should think twice about that, okay? You may just have an attorney that is giving you reason to pay more. Or what I'm just saying, okay? A good attorney will always tell their client, hey, we have a good case here. We have a good case. We're prepared to go to court, but we cannot predict what the judge will do in this case. Period. That's it, okay? And so that's what happened yesterday. Now the judge did, I'm going to say, apologize for saying treason. He did, his disdain and disgust or whatever. But that's what they're going with. But, you know, John Podesta, I don't have a picture of him, but John Podesta, that would be, is it Tony Podesta, right? Not Cheese. John Podesta is cheese pizza Podesta. He is the one that Pizzagate. Now, let's not go down that road, all right? I'm just saying the emails and the people started. That's John Podesta. John Podesta was Hillary Clinton's campaign manager, right? That's John Podesta. John Podesta is the one where the Russians, air quotes, hacked the DNC, gave WikiLeaks emails, and John Podesta is the one that released all these things. They released his email. Tony, right? Tony Podesta, John's brother, guilty or does still do whatever, all the before, after tenses. The same thing with Turkey. The same exact thing with Turkey. Without filing as a foreign agent, is that what it is? You got to file as a foreign agent doing business. You got to file as a doing business with a foreign country, agency, blah, 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 whatever. They didn't file the paperwork. You didn't get the paperwork in time, okay? So Tony, right, is the brother. And Tony, okay, does the same thing, but he is nothing. Not a thing, right? Not a thing. Tony, not a thing. Anyhow, Tony Podesta is out there doing his thing. All right. General Flynn, but General Flynn is in a campaign. There's a big difference, they say. And then he's NSA for 22, 23 days, director, and he should have known better than to sit down with the FBI with no attorney. All right, let's not get into the arguments. The point is nothing to do with court yesterday. Absolutely nothing had to do with whether President Donald Trump colluded with the Russians to attempt to cause the Hillary Clinton to lose the election. No collusion, no obstruction of justice, nothing. Okay, so we have not sound bites, but we have the media coming out and just blowing up, okay, what the judge said to Michael Flynn. What the judge said. Not... Now, the big takeaway is why did he postpone the sentencing? Was it till March? Why? That's the big thing. That's the takeaway. Why postpone the sentencing? But anyhow, yesterday, Michael Flynn was not in court saying that Donald Trump told him to talk to Kislyak. Okay, now if you don't know the story, we're not going to go down the road. Donald Trump, he was not in there yesterday saying that Donald Trump told him to have cocktails with Kislyak at the Republican National Convention, whatever. The Russian Kislyak. He was not in there yesterday saying Donald Trump told me to lie to the FBI. Donald Trump did this. He wasn't Michael Cohen yesterday. Right now, the only thing that they have come out with is two ladies, I'm going to say ladies, loose ladies, we could say loose ladies, a porn star and a Playboy bunny, whatever she is, that Donald Trump paid hush money to NDA, non-disclosure agreements. Now, folks, let me tell you something, okay? You have there's 435 congressmen, okay? And there's the liberal women that will not be called congressmen, all right? Whatever they are. But you have 435 members of the House of Representatives, and you have 100 members of the Senate, which make up Congress, okay? The scales are so high on these low-life pieces of garbage in Washington, D.C., of the sealed divorce cases, sealed. where if you knew the NDA that an ex-wife or two or three, or an ex-girlfriend two or three, or a congressman that was at the hotel and she has pictures, whatever. If you knew the depth of these lowlifes, okay, that have used your tax money, oh yeah, to help do the cover-up. But campaign finance is the two charges that the President of the United States is supposed to pack his bags and go home over these two women. Well, we went over this. I don't want to do the show again. I don't want to do that again. I don't want to get worked up. I said, you know what? I want to come and do a different kind of show today. I said, I want to do a show called Bizarro World. Okay? Bizarro World. Are you living in Bizarro World today? When you see Flynn go up and Flynn is before a federal judge and Tony Podesta is not. Are we living in Bizarro World? When you see number 9 here, okay, this is quite a beast. I know, that wasn't nice, right? That's not nice. But number 9 here, all right, when you see number 9, there you go. Attempt to politicize Trump. This is the Attorney General for the state of New York. She's quite a lovely beast. Did I say that again? I don't know. Maybe I've been watching too much Grinch, because in Grinch, you know, somebody stole the roast beast, right? So maybe that's my problem. Maybe I should, you know, tell somebody, hey, I referred to this lovely lady as quite a beast. And maybe it's the Grinch's fault. Maybe my heart will grow 3 sizes today. Hell, that ain't going to happen. So an attempt to politicize, this is Bizarro World, right? So Flynn is up there, and he's before the federal judge, and you're thinking, you're hearing this, okay? You're hearing this, okay, let's go back. Ah, hell, I knew this show would get off the rails, and I was trying so hard not to get off the rails today. Okay, what did the judge say? The judge say, let's go to number 13, all right? Federal judge excoriates Michael Flynn. Okay, then delays sentencing. I'm not hiding my disgust or my disdain. And even went as far as to say this is treasonous against your country. You turned on your country. And you're thinking, is it Michael Flynn in front of this federal judge getting this scolding? Or is it Hillary? Or is it Susan Rice? Or is it Oma Abedin? Or is it James Comey? Or is it Peter Strzok? I mean, is it McCabe? Is it Bruce Orr? Is it Nellie Orr? And you're thinking, whoa, wait a minute. I understand, federal judge, if you want to kick, you know, Flynn in the teeth, kick him in the teeth. Okay, all right, I get it. Go for it. You're the judge. Kick him in the teeth. Fine. You're going to get that. But when you say, I'm not hiding my disgust and my disdain, and then you go into treason, and you go into, you know, you worked with a foreign country, you worked against this flag, he pointed to the flag or something and said, this flag right here, and you're thinking, wait a minute, after Flynn, is he going to do like is it a number? You know what? Yesterday in front of this judge, I'm thinking if it was the Democrats, it'd be like taking a number at the deli. Now serving number 1, now serving number 2. And they're back there, the Democrats got, I mean, you ever see the you know, you go to something and, you know, you see the first 3 rows, you know, taped off for the dignitaries. I mean, you're thinking one day you're going to go to federal court and see the first 3 rows taped off for, you know, all the orange jumpsuits. Let's just get them all in one day, okay? Let's just do it in one day. But no, it's Michael Flynn doing the same exact thing that Tony Podesta's doing. And you're living it, you're thinking, really, that is what we are going to get left with for Christmas after all the Republican rule. Remember, the Republicans are in charge. I mean, it's 12:19 until that clock strikes. Until that crystal ball falls in Times Square down and it lights up. And everybody's 2020, is it going to be 2020? 2020 glasses. And Ryan Seacrest You know, kisses, and we'll wait for that, right? You know, Ryan Seacrest says it's Happy New Year, you know, and they take the pictures, everybody in the crowd, and, you know, and everything, the 2020. Right into that point, the Republicans are in charge. Right up to now. And this is what we got. Do you realize the Republicans are going to lose the House of Representatives, and we are going to go into 2020, and we are not going to have a single Democrat indicted? All we got out of the whole damn thing for 6 friggin' years is Wiener. Wiener's laptop. And he had to go out to the farm or something. They sent him out to the farm in Arizona for 2 weeks. Right? What the hell? Do you realize all we got was Anthony Weiner? Friggin' A. I'm not going to hide my disgust or my disdain. Boy, this show went off the rails. I mean, I was going to do a show about nothing. And then I'm thinking, okay, I wanted to do Bizarro World, right? So then I'm watching the news, and number 9, back to number 9, this lovely beast is on TV. I know, you're not like it. You don't like it? I don't care. That's where I'm at. Just 2 days before Christmas. I don't care. I'm watching the news, and this lovely beast appears, and she is the Attorney General. She happens to be a Democrat. She looks a lot like Donna Shalala, the rest of them, okay? Just saying. I mean, you know, the Janet Reno type. Oh, you're too young if you don't understand that one. So this, I wish I could zoom in. I think she has a mustache. Anyhow, that's not nice. I know that. I know what you're saying out there. That's just the kind of mood I'm in. So she attempts to politicize. Okay, Trump Foundation to dissolve amid allegation of misusing funds. And you're thinking, this lovely lady here in front of you happens to be the Attorney General for the state of New York, a Democrat. And you're thinking to yourself, you know what? And that's 4:03 in the morning. I mean, that's first thing. This is the first thing out of the box, Trump Foundation. You're thinking, no, this has to be the Clinton Foundation. It has to be. It has to be the Clinton Foundation. It has to be Uranium One. It has to be the IRS coming down and talking about how Bill, you know, just used the Clinton Foundation credit card for essential oils. It has to be. You know? Let me tell you something. You know, you go to the Clinton Foundation, you look at Bill Clinton's charges. You know, the happy ending buffet out in Vegas is not exactly what you think it is, folks, all right? On the credit card, all right? Just saying. Can you see the accountant? Mr. Clinton, there's a $6,000 charge from the happy ending buffet outside in Reno. I'm sorry. Oh, the things I shouldn't say. But that's what I intended to do. It's just come on and talk about that. Look at this, number 10. Number 10, real quick, and we'll get out of this, okay? We'll get out of this. Trump Foundation to dissolve amid allegations of misusing funds. $19 million, more than 700 charities. They have gone through the Trump Foundation. And what did we get? What's our consolation? It's not constellation, it's consolation. What the hell? I don't know how to pronounce it. Our prize is Anthony Weiner. It's the only one. You tell me, text me, tell me who got indicted, who's before the judge, right? Bada bing, bada boom. Does anybody know this? Okay, number 1. Do you realize, number 1, do you realize that Loretta Lynch is going up there? I know. I can hear it. Comey was on Capitol Hill for 2 days. He's a crooked cop. I'm sorry. I love my law enforcement friends. Let me look right in the camera. You know who you are, okay? I love my law enforcement friends. And this organization here, okay, is fully supportive of good law enforcement. That is a crooked cop. Simple as that. The top cop in the United States of America is a crook, criminal, piece of garbage, the former top cop, James Comey. Now, he threw Loretta Lynch under the bus. There's a lot of hopes. You go and you start Googling. Now, first of all, I will tell you this. Now, you might hear it on the Comfort Food for Conservatives, Fox. I know you get mad. I keep saying it, but I know you do. I know you get upset. Well, if it wasn't for Fox News, we wouldn't hear anything half the time. That's true. I'm going to give you that. That's true. That's true. All right? But the little rainbow show at 3 o'clock, oh, you picked that up, all right? My Pretty Pony at 3 o'clock, the little rainbow show at 3 o'clock, connect the dots, okay? Right? You got Judge Napolitano on the My Pretty Pony show at 3 o'clock on Fox News every day. He goes on there and says the President of the United States is already publicly an unindicted conspirator. Yes. And that's what Nixon was, folks. Nixon was an unindicted conspirator, all right? But then Judge Napolitano gets one step closer to My Pretty Pony at 3 o'clock on Fox and says, hey, for all we know, it could be a sealed indictment waiting for the day he leaves. So you're going to tell me, hey, over at Fox, we hear this stuff from time to time. That's conservative, comfort food for conservatives, all right? But I'm trying to tell you I'm not anti-Fox, damn it. But go find ABC, NBC, CBS, MSNBC, CNN. They're hiding it. They're hiding it very low. It's on page 4. It's on page 5. It's not front page top. Loretta Lynch is going to be on Capitol Hill today. Hopefully we're going to find some things out. And hopefully the Republicans, Trey Gowdy and Mark Meadows and them are going to say, look, Comey was up here talking trash about you just this week, and he threw you under the bus. What's the truth about you and Bill Clinton on that plane? All right, so that's happening. I'm going to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to lighten the mood just a little bit before we get things riled up. Let me look at that lovely beast one more time. Number 9. So, God, I hope you're not trying to have your breakfast right now. Take us to break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Impact Designs and Creations just made Christmas shopping season a little bit easier. Now's the time to place your orders. This season, the featured items are Christmas tree ornaments, customized t-shirts and pet gear, cups, personalized ornaments, fan gear, and more. Stop by and do some one-stop shopping located at 307 Cleveland Street, Suite A in Blairsville, Georgia. Call 706-400-5674. Impact Design and Creations, making everyone's Christmas wish come true.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. It's 8:36 Wednesday morning, 8:35 Wednesday morning here, 8:36 now it is, 12:19 on the East Coast here. Now, let me tell you how to get in touch with the show, 706-889-9700. It's right there. Chief@fetchernews.com is our email, and there are all of the social media ways you can follow us. Now, I got 2 more pages, and I'm not going to put it on the screen to where you may be able to pick it up, but I got 2 more pages of notes here from some sources on the Justin McKinney murder and the attempt on Anna, what was her last name? Franklin's life. I had some unnamed sources called me, and I have 2 pages of notes. I do think there's some things that are going to happen by the end of the week. Today's Wednesday, I think, and look for some things to happen here real soon. In that case, some more updates. So people ask me when we're going to be able to update things. When I get information, I have to validate it. I have to look through it. I have to make sure that we're reporting. The report I did yesterday is based on sources that we have. Actually, what we do is we try to make sure we hear 3 times the same story with 3 different sources in a lot of ways to validate if we're going the right direction. So that being said, we're going to move along here. There's maybe more on that. Are you ready for Christmas? And I noticed that, and I just went yesterday and ran into, no exaggeration, probably about 4 people yesterday in the grocery store, and the common thing is, are you ready for Christmas? And, and then I hear we'll discuss it Friday. Friday, that's going to be my topic. Are you ready for Christmas? And then all the answers you hear when you start discussing it. Anyhow, I got to move along. Yes, I do know we passed the crime bill, and we'll discuss that in a little bit. And it's a bipartisan bill. 12 Republicans backed away from it in the Senate. We will look at that. They're concerned about some things, which is understandable. But a bipartisan bill, which some of you love to hear out there, but it's a new crime reform bill, justice reform. That's the word I was looking for, justice. I don't know. I couldn't find the word justice because it seems to me nobody else can find the damn word justice. So I just can't, trying to get it. I swear to God, the things, when I hear things in these 2 God-given ears, okay, I think to myself, a criminal justice reform bill. Does that mean if Hillary Clinton finally gets her 3rd strike, she will not automatically spend life in prison? Did they do the criminal justice reform bill so Democrats will not have to spend life in prison, just a couple years like Michael Cohen? All right, moving right along. So that should make the black community happy. We'll see what happens with it. Okay, we'll see what happens. That should incarceration for a joint, and because it's your 3rd conviction of having a joint, getting 22 years or 33 years or whatever. We'll see. We'll go over that a little later. So we told you, number 1, don't forget, Loretta Lynch is up on Capitol Hill today. We'll wait to see what the transcript is on that, okay? And number 1, there you go. But I want to talk just a minute about, and the only reason I don't want to spend too much time, and you may say that this is not this kind of show, but let's go to number 2, all right? So there's Laverne and Shirley. Penny Marshall has died at 75, and she had the big L, remember? And there was and you know, ladies, what year? 1976, I think, when the stores were, you were going through the store looking for your initial on a sweater. Don't say you didn't do it. Do not say you did not look for your initial on a sweater. Okay, around 76, 77, right after Laverne came out. All right, she had the L sweater. You were looking for yours. So Laverne and Shirley, Penny Marshall. Now, Penny Marshall, brilliant. Out of time, the reason I like this is out of time. Her brother is Gary Marshall. Let's go to number 3, okay? Now, this is Penny Marshall. You think of her as Laverne and Shirley, all right? The Marshall family, there's a brother and sister, Gary and Penny here. And they brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Brought us some of the greatest TV that we've watched, okay? And some you didn't know. Here's the original, The Odd Couple here, Oscar and Felix. But you go all the way back to The Odd Couple, and I don't know if you watched it as a kid. I watched The Odd Couple as a kid. I love The Odd Couple. There's Penny Marshall. She's in The Odd Couple there, okay? All right, Penny and Gary Marshall, she's in The Odd Couple, all right? Now, let's go to number 4, okay? Here's Gary Marshall in the front. That's Penny's brother. And then you have Ron Howard, and then you have Shirley. I forget Laverne and Shirley. I only remember her. I forget her name there. And the lady up there in the top left, he created Mork and Mindy, and also you have Henry Winkler. But there's the Marshalls, Penny, and then you have Robin Williams. There's Penny and her brother, Gary Marshall. Jerry or Gary? I think it's Jerry Marshall, maybe. Here they are together, number 5. Okay. Here they are, number 5 together. And look at this, all right. Now, here is number 6. Now, this is Happy Days. And the only reason I'm doing this is a fond memories of me in my childhood. I'm this generation, okay. And here's Happy Days, okay. And here's Happy Days. And here is a Robin Williams. Now, he is Robin Williams, and there's Laverne, and she's there with her shirt. Laverne and Shirley, they do these little appearances on Happy Days from time to time, okay? They're a couple of girls that the Fonz can call to get somebody a date. And what this is Robin Williams. They set Robin Williams up with a blind date, which happens to be Laverne. I remember this, not even reading it, like I watched it yesterday. So she's on with Robin Williams, Henry Winkler. Now, this is the kind of people, and she's on there with them, and this is Happy Days. This is where they got their spinoff of the show Laverne and Shirley. Now, I think she's the director on the next one, okay? There's no crying in baseball, number 7. Okay, A League of Their Own. Penny Marshall I'm pretty sure Penny Marshall is the director of this movie, A League of Their Own. And remember that line, there's no crying in baseball. So this is where she's working with Tom Hanks. I don't know if it's this movie or the next one, I'm not for sure, but she's the first woman director or producer or whatever to ever direct a movie, first woman to direct a movie that grossed over $100 million, okay? Penny Marshall. I just liked the lady. I thought she was hilarious. I love good comedy. I think the Marshall family, they're hilarious. There's so many other shows that they've done and brought to you together, but this is A League of Her Own, and she created this scene here, number 8. And when it gets around Christmas time, and I don't know if you've ever watched the movie Big, okay, and here's another one she works with Tom Hanks on, and this is the chopstick scene in the movie Big, okay, and we won't go into what happens there, but Penny Marshall is responsible for this scene right here, which is one of the most popular scenes. Everybody knows this scene. If you don't, I don't know what rock you're living under. And so I just want to say, going back to number 2, hey, you know what? Penny Marshall and Laverne and Shirley and all the other great work that you've done throughout the years. She was married to Meathead for several years. See, generational. You didn't get it. Meathead, Rob Reiner. Okay, which actually turned out in real life to be a meathead, Rob Reiner. Okay, but she was married to Rob Reiner for I think 3 years or something, or maybe more. I don't know, a couple years. He was the original meathead on All in the Family with Archie Bunker. Okay, Carol O'Connor there, and so she died 75. And to me, with all the other crazy garbage that's going on in this world, I just want to take a couple extra minutes and remember Penny Marshall. Brought a lot of laughter to many of us out there, and both her and her brother, they're just comedic geniuses. All right, I'm going to take another break. We're going to come back and set up another segment of the show. Thank you very much. We'll be right back after these messages. Penny Marshall, rest in peace.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Elijah next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Elijah next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Elijah, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Impact Designs and Creations just made Christmas shopping season a little bit easier. Now's the time to place your orders. This season, the featured items are Christmas tree ornaments, customized t-shirts and pet gear, cups, personalized ornaments, fan gear, and more. Stop by and do some one-stop shopping located at 307 Cleveland Street, Suite A in Blairsville, Georgia. Call 706-400-5674. Impact Design and Creations, making everyone's Christmas wish come true.
And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. North Georgia's only live online morning show is getting close to 9 o'clock. So, there's things that we call bizarro world, and that's what I think we're living in. And it's just one of those days. It's like, I sometimes I don't know really what I'm going to come and do as a show. And I do put a lot of pre-planning into what we do. There are shows where we break some things down and we go deep into some subject matter. But then there's days where, I'm thinking, wait a minute. I was listening to the judge yesterday, or listening to all of the people talking about this judge, this federal judge, that Michael Flynn went before, and then I'm just thinking, is this bizarro world? I mean, are we ever going to fix this mess that they've gotten this country into? we have a president that gets elected for 4 years and then gets elected for 8 years, and we've decided we do not want that branch of government, okay? Hell, let me just say this, all right? So, for those of you out there with an elite college education, and I'm just being a real jackass right now, that you don't quite understand how the three branches of government work: the judicial, executive, and legislative. All right, and I know that was just a real smart-ass remark, but still, yet. Then obviously you haven't watched any of the man on the street shows at some of these great higher communist institutions of learning. But that being said, we took one branch of our government and we said, you know what? Let's see how this works. We took one branch of our government and said we didn't want a king. All right, we didn't want a king. We didn't want anybody to manipulate the system to be able to create a system where they could get elected every time and become king, okay? See, we didn't want Vladimir. It's interesting. Something about Vladimir always getting 92% of the vote. Just saying. Something about the guy in Venezuela they just seem to get 92% of the vote. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, if you are that great of a candidate and your approval ratings, could you see ABC? Could you see Chuck Todd and them doing daily approval ratings in Russia? Really? Could you see CNN and MSNBC doing daily approval ratings in China? All right. Their asses would be in jail, right? Just come on, back away, damn it. I'm not advocating journalists going to prison. But we took one branch of government. We didn't want a king, all right? So we said, you know what? And this is after, it depends on where you live. You got Roosevelt and you got Roosevelt. And let's have fun, right? You got now Roosevelt and Roosevelt. So not Teddy, you got Roosevelt, the guy that, in a wheelchair. So anyhow, we decided we want our president of the United States to have 2 terms, max. You can run for one, you can run for the second, and then that full branch of government, the executive branch, needs swept out. It needs a new group to come in, whether you like it or not. Okay, so that's what we did there. Then we went over to the Supreme Court, okay, and we made them lifetime. I mean, lifetime, because they are supposed to be neutral, and they are not supposed to ever be elected. There's never supposed to be a campaign finance fund, all right? You can't have a Supreme Court justice ever up on campaign finance charges. There's no campaign, there's no money, there's no vote, nothing. You are there for life, period. You are there until somebody puts a pillow over your face, period, okay? Done deal. So we took the other branch there. And then we said to the big body, all right, the big body, the legislative body with 535 members, it said, now what you need to do is you need to manipulate, corrupt, and be the most corrupt people on the, I'm telling you, most corrupt body right now, possibly on the face of the earth. I know you think that's a stretch. The corruption is the worst there in this body right here. And what you need to do is you need to fix it. Fix it to where there's no way nobody can even run against you. You got some, and then from time to time we'll slide somebody in to make the American people feel that they're, we can get new blood in there. When we got 30 year, 35 years, 28 years, all right? So we got a body with no expiration date of our government. We got the other body with an 8-year expiration date. And then we got one that the best corrupt politician wins. And what I mean, you know that, and I know that, okay? It's a mess, an absolute mess. Because, and I'm telling you, it's bizarro, because out in Arizona, now we're going to take Arizona for just an example really quick. We're going to go Barry Goldwater on your ass, okay? All right, Barry Goldwater on your ass. And I think, I'm doing this from memory, I just do it from memory, all right? I think Barry Goldwater lost to Lyndon B. Johnson Baines. Lyndon Johnson Baines was his middle name. Johnson lost to him, and Johnson did what commercial? The famous commercial of the little girl picking the daisy, the petals off the daisy, and the atomic bomb explosion right in the background scared the whole world that, you know, Barry Goldwater would drop the bomb and your kids would have to hide under a school desk, and Johnson won, if I remember right. So we're going to go back to Barry Goldwater in Arizona, all right? One of the strongest conservatives of a modern conservative, all right? Now, who Barry Goldwater, who made their mark with a speech? Okay, who made their mark with a speech? I think at the convention with Barry Goldwater. Was it the convention? Who did that? Ronald Reagan, right? Ronald Reagan. So coming right out of Arizona, Republican stronghold, Barry Goldwater, Ronald Reagan. He's not from Arizona, but Barry Goldwater, right? No. What did Arizona turn into? Arizona turned into Jeff Flake and John McCain. Now, obviously, John McCain, you know, we owe our men and women in the military all the respect, health care. We should not have homeless vets. Okay, we should not have men and women who have sacrificed, loss of limb, homeless, without anywhere to live. But that does not mean we actually owe you a political office. That cannot change. If you go to serve this country and you come home, there are the highest levels of respect you deserve in so many areas. But a political office is not one of them. That still has to always be something that we vote. We don't give it, we vote, and you win through an election. So we did not owe John McCain a Senate seat. All right? Did not. So Arizona ends up with John McCain, the biggest liberal there is, and Jeff Flake. And we know what happened with Kavanaugh, because today Kavanaugh's been cleared of his ethics not ethics, was it the violations or the charge, not charges, I don't want to say charges, that were brought up on him on his temperament to serve. He's been cleared of all that, okay? They did a review, he's cleared, all right? But Jeff Flake made a deal with who? Chris Coon of Connecticut, for that FBI investigation. Anyhow, that's what Arizona had become, Jeff Flake and John McCain. So Arizona takes it one step further. Now, I never said too much about this lady based on the fact that I did not, you know, I didn't want to get into a tussle. It wasn't my battle to fight. But we're going to go to number 19. There you go. So the blonde that had her teeth bleached there with glasses and is Kristen Sinema, okay? That's not her stage name, folks. Kristen Sinema, all right? She is a Democrat, and she is the new senator from Arizona, and she won against Martha McSally, the lady over on the other side, that first active duty female fighter pilot. I don't want to get it wrong, okay? So all due respect. So you can't trade Jeff Flake with any more. Now, Jeff Flake at one time was the conservative. You can't change Jeff Flake out with any more of an anti-Trump person than Kristen Sinema. All right? Is this deja vu or bizarro world? And the other Arizona senator, Martha McSally, now I don't want to say it's the constellation, right? Consolation, or constellation, that's the stars. But her consolation prize, the one here for losing the governor, is it Kyle? Is it Senator Kyle? John Kyle, is that his name? I don't have anything on the damn screen. I'm just saying from memory. Is it so? John Kyle, Senator John Kyle, tell me if I have that right, was appointed by the governor to fill John McCain's Senate term, and he is leaving at the end of the year. So the governor is appointing the loser, Martha McSally, to fill John McCain's Senate seat. Now, the interesting thing about this that I want to tell you is McSally, what I understand, politically is John McCain reincarnated. Reincarnated? Is it whatever? Now, John McCain, military, she's military. But I understand she's a moderate. Don't you love that? Okay? Democrats are just all damn socialists and they know it. Okay? And everybody knows they're lying if they ever said a conservative Democrat. It's not there. Well, Republicans have the Tuesday group. They have the moderates. They have the left-leaning. We have our Susan Collins, a more moderate Republican. What the hell? So there's Arizona. There you go. There you have it. There's your two senators. Two ladies, fine. One Republican, one Democrat, maybe both Democrats. I don't know. But that's what you have in Arizona. Is it a bizarro world? I mean, we had a chance to get Arizona turned back around and become a red state. A real red state. This is what we ended up with. I'm just saying, folks. I mean, I can't say it anymore. Number 18. Okay. What is this guy at the... How come I lost his name? I had it yesterday. The Fed chair. Look up the Federal Reserve chair's name and tell me in my ear, please. I had it yesterday. Number 18, rate hike. Now, Jerome Powell, thank you. Jerome Powell there. Obviously, I don't have to tell you who Jerome Powell is in the split screen picture. We all know the Donald, but Jerome Powell is the Fed chair. Now, I just told you yesterday I won't go into this no deeper than we did yesterday on the show. Jerome Powell, if you think, I just want to tell you, if you think the Federal Reserve has anything to do with the federal government, you're wrong, okay? And I know some people don't take that well. You should read up on that. Woodrow Wilson signed the Federal Reserve into existence, okay? The Federal Reserve created all of these. You'll hear the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta. You'll hear the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco, I think. Federal Reserve Bank of Denver or whatever. There's, just off the top of my head, you can look it up. There's 8 or 9 across the nation, okay? But they're irrelevant. They created 8 or 9 Federal Reserve banks across the United States. They even named boards. Okay, you remember this is why I'm always cautious. I did like Herman Cain. I like Herman Cain. And he had his 999 plan, and then some lady said, well, Herman, brushed me on the shoulder one day, and then he had to quit the campaign. But remember Herman Cain, if memory serves me right, he was the chair of the Federal Reserve of Chicago, if I remember right. Tombstone Pizza also, he was CEO of Tombstone Pizza, but he was the chair of the Federal Reserve of Chicago, okay? So the Federal Reserve, let me just say this, I won't bore you with it. When they created it, they did not want the American people to think that one area had that much power over the currency of the American people. They knew they could not sell it that way. So what they did is they went and created these, Federal Reserve of Chicago and everything. They created a board. They're useless. They're absolutely useless, okay? Just big buildings, a board. They get together for tea and crackers sometimes. I don't know. I'm saying it jokingly, but I'm telling you the truth. And the real truth is there's only the power is centralized in the Federal Reserve. And they do not ask the President of the United States who he would like. Now, you will hear the media tell you that Jerome Powell over there is appointed by Donald Trump. You'll hear say that Paul Volcker was appointed by Jimmy Carter. You'll hear them say, Greenspan, okay? And, if Greenspan farted, because he had a bad burrito, the stock market would crash. All right? And that's not a joke. I'm seriously, everybody would wait for him to come to Capitol Hill, to what he would say. All right? That, just moving right along, is if you think, okay, and people call me conspiracy theory on this, I don't care. If you think Jerome Powell was appointed by Donald Trump, because that's what the media will tell you. Totally. Sorry to be so forceful. You're totally wrong. Jerome Powell was not appointed by anybody. The Federal Reserve tells, you owe them, folks. You owe them. They loan you money. You have no money. There's a shocker for this morning, just right before Christmas. You have no money. They have the currency. You owe them. And guess what? All those years you thought that they were so nice and they were giving you zero rates to help you out. 4 increases this year. And we went through that. So supposedly there may be another rate hike this coming today. We'll see. I mean, sometimes I'm not up to the minute. It's 9:13 of what's happening. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to go through the Twitter deck, the President of the United States. We're going to talk about a spending bill. I want to wish some people farewell. This week they'll be leaving Washington and not returning, and I want to wish them a warm farewell. I don't know what I'll say, but we'll be back right after these messages, folks.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Impact Designs and Creations just made Christmas shopping season a little bit easier. Now's the time to place your orders. This season, the featured items are Christmas tree ornaments, customized t-shirts and pet gear, cups, personalized ornaments, fan gear, and more. Stop by and do some one-stop shopping located at 307 Cleveland Street, Suite A in Blairsville, Georgia. Call 706-400-5674. Impact Design and Creations, making everyone's Christmas wish come true.
Folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. It's Wednesday, 9/21, and tomorrow will be obviously Thursday, and then Friday we'll have a special show Friday morning with at Circuit World in Blue Ridge. Circuit World in Blue Ridge. Don't forget, if you go to Circuit World of Blue Ridge Facebook page, and you like it, and then share. You got to share the contest. You look for the contest. Go to Circuit World of Blue Ridge Facebook page. Scroll till you find the contest. Now you have a choice. The winner has a choice of an Xbox. Is it One? Did I get that right this time? I didn't write it. Okay, Xbox One or a 43-inch, HD TV. It's your choice. The winner. The only rules to enter is to go to Circuit World Blue Ridge Facebook page, find the post, hit like on the like their page, and after you like their page, share it. Okay. I know its time is running out for me to join Obamacare. How many times a day do you get calls telling you you're running out of time to sign up for Obamacare? I thought it was dead. So anyhow, go to Circuit World of Blue Ridge Facebook page, like it, share the post. When you got to share the post for the contest, you're automatically entered to win, and that's going to be announced Friday. We can't wait to do that. Big announcement Friday of the winner, your choice there. So we'll have Ask the Doc. We will have the All-Star Political Panel that we're going to be doing a little year in review. And after the All-Star Political Panel, we're going to have Jessie Barton's going to be up there. She is Community Relations Director at Cameron Hall, North Georgia Senior Living. I'm going to make a statement here. I'm not going to tell you my age. How about that? I'm not going to venture into my age. But, when you call mom and dad on Sunday, all right, and there's maybe you're getting to the point where there's some difficult discussions you need to have with mom and dad, all right. I called my mom Sunday, and I called my dad Sunday. My dad can't go out of the house anymore and go to church, and my mom wasn't home from church yet after church, because she had gone by the assisted living there to see her 92-year-old friend that was, and I forget the name of the place, that she visits about twice a month on Sunday after church. Anyhow, that being said, sometimes it's around the Christmas holiday, usually Thanksgiving or Christmas, when families, your brothers and sisters, you get together and you start thinking about that discussion of maybe assisted living or something with mom or dad. It may be the time you start discussing that. That could be a difficult time. And I want to say to you, Cameron Hall, Jessie Barton, and I want to recommend you get in touch with Jessie Barton. If you need some help approaching that, you need to answer some questions, that subject, get in touch with Jesse Barton, the Community Relations Director at Cameron Hall. Outstanding person, will do a great job helping you out and working with you through some of maybe the conversations that you need to have with mom and dad this Christmas time. Again, she's up there at Cameron Hall, Community Relations Director Jesse Barton. Yeah, we'll have her on the show. And then after that, we'll have we have Ask the Doc with Dr. William Whaley, the All-Star Political Panel, Jesse Barton, and then the Pet of the Week from the Humane Society, okay? And that's how we'll close out. Now, Friday, when we finish our show up, we will not be back until Wednesday, right? Wednesday, January 2nd. Because next week, FYNTV.com, folks, I can't help it. Upper management took over next week. You have Christmas You have Christmas Eve Monday, which the president's giving everybody the day off. If you look at it, he's giving them Monday off. Look at it, all right? So we got Monday off because the president said we're off Monday. And then Tuesday, I know I'm in trouble because you're saying, wait a minute, they didn't tell us at our job we're off Monday. What are you talking about? Just saying, all right? So you have Monday, and then Tuesday's Christmas, and then Wednesday we will be broadcasting from 9 o'clock to, I think, 10 o'clock at night. I don't know, 3 days. Then we'll have another 4 days off, so we'll be able to chill out. But FYNTV.com is being taken over by Team FYN Sports because we're going to be broadcasting Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week from Fannin County Park and Rec for the annual Christmas Clash basketball. 8s, 10s, and 12-year-olds. Going to be a great time. A lot of fun. A lot of fun up there. 65 teams from North Georgia will be there. The place will be packed. It'll be a madhouse. And who else will be there but Team FYN Sports? So there you go. I think I covered that. You know, I was thinking, you remember, let's do something. Let's have a little fun. You remember, all right, let's go back in the old days, right? You remember the phone company in the old days had business hours? Now, wait a minute, what I'm saying by that, right? So you had different rates. So I'm talking, let's just say 1971. Let's just pull up 1971. So you remember, you did not dare touch that phone till like after 6 because the phone circuits were business circuits. So if you're East Coast, you did not. Yeah, I'm telling you, you don't believe me? You don't have to believe me. Because it cost more to use the phone, daytime rate. Daytime, okay? And then you didn't touch that phone until after 6 o'clock. And then Sunday, do you remember, was it Sunday at 9 p.m.? Sunday night, 9 p.m. That's when you called home. You didn't just pick up the phone, all right? You could call Sunday, right? And I don't know, that's why I'm in the habit, not that I wouldn't call any other time. I'm more in the habit of calling, you know, my mom and dad on Sunday, okay? I don't know. But do you remember that? You remember that the phone company put a special, you called home at 9 o'clock Sunday night because the phone company had a special rate. That's the lowest rate. Because there was a such thing as that to call long distance. Yes. To call long distance. You had a special rate to call long distance Sunday night, 9 o'clock. Just think it. Remember it. Remember calling home? Okay, so the criminal justice bill, and I want to say this just to give a quick shout out. So you got number 16, put it at 17. The Senate passed prison reform. Prison reform. House expected to vote on the bill this week. So it's going over to the House, but you have a prison reform bill, okay? And there's a lot of details in there, and there's 12 Republicans that voted no, I understand. And they got some problems with some of the crime or some of the criminals that could be let out that they feel is more dangerous. A couple details there, so we'll go with right now that I'll go with right now. I support the criminal reform bill. The point is this is this is a Jared Kushner. Now, if you take the time to look inside this White House and you look at the legislation that's been done from inside this White House, okay? All right. Now, the new trade deal that took the place of NAFTA, all right? All right. North American Free Trade Agreement, which was a piece of garbage. All right. So the now USMC, United States, Mexico, Canada trade agreement, all right, is much better, and Mexico could pay for the wall out of that agreement by what we have fixed that agreement to the point that the money, the return, will be more than enough to pay for a wall. When Trump went to Argentina, the President of the United States went to Argentina, did they give, look this up, did the Mexican president give Jared Kushner some kind of medal, the highest medal they could give somebody? Did Jared Kushner get a medal? Look at that, okay, for his work on the trade agreement. Now you have your Senate passes prison reform bill. Jared Kushner. Just pay attention. Kushner may have may be a little more on the art of the deal than you would think as far as a negotiator. The negotiator in the White House right now may be Jared Kushner, of all people. So we have that, all right? So let's look at, really quick, Senate working on short-term spending bill. And I got up today, Wednesday. I've got tomorrow, and then Friday. I'm going to have so much fun on the show, and then the next week it's going to be basketball. And I got up this morning saying, don't let some things bother you. Okay, so at 4 a.m. this morning, let's go to number 16. So at 4 a.m. this morning, I see Senate working on short-term spending plan. So there's a CR. You'll keep hearing the Senate may pass a CR, continuing resolution, that would financially fund the government through 2020 up to September of 2020, right? And I mean 19. What did I said earlier, New Year's, I said, why didn't you correct me 2020? It's 2018. It's going to be 2019. I jumped a year. Why didn't you correct me on my New Year's Eve 2020 glasses? All right, it's supposed to be 2019. I got all worked up. So anyway, I'll go back there, correction 2019. So 2019, it would make the spending up to September of 2019, a continuing resolution at the same rate we're spending now. All right? Not to mention we don't have any money. I mean, I always get amazed that every once in a while I just have to look at the camera and say, America, you're broke. You are broke. All right? You know, you take your books, okay? You take your books, your financial books, to the accountant, and the accountant comes back and says, you're broke, you just don't know it. You're broke, you just don't know it. Exactly. Now, there's things I've never been proud of, and there's things that I don't brag about, but there's things I learned the hard way. But in 2008, when I made a decision to close our company, when the financial collapse came through, because I had a business that was revolving around the building industry in North Georgia, which we all know what happened to that, right? And in 2008, my accountant looked at me and said, "You're broke and you just don't know it. You're operating, but you're broke." I'm gonna look at you. This is just as true and raw as I can be. You're operating. Now, I had in 2008, and I'm going to tell you out there, if some of you are so damn proud you can't say that, that's okay. That's up to you. But you know, you get in a situation where the government, the economy collapsed. It's 2008. Now you're into 2009, and you know, I'll tell you the biggest joke I make out of it, but as we're closing, let's just say 2008, stock market has crashed as we know it, and King Paulson, Donald Trump, is nowhere in sight, and John McCain's running for president, Barack Obama, and George W. Bush is the president of the United States, and Henry Paulson is the Treasury Secretary, and we have to give him $8 billion or the world will end as we know it tomorrow. And so John McCain gets on a plane and suspends his campaign. Obama suspends his campaign. They get down there and they both vote yes for an $800 billion TARP to bail out the financial industry. And at that time, we have companies much like mine. I use some round numbers that in 90 days you have an AR that goes from 1.5 million to 600,000 in 90 days. So that being said, you have an accountant that looks at you, and there's accountants that's looked at a lot of people in 2008, says, you're operating, you're flowing right along in some areas, but you're broke and you just don't know it. And I'll tell you what, that accountant looked at me and said, "You're broke and you don't know it. You can operate, but you ain't coming out of it. You don't come out of this." I'm telling you. You don't, if your accountant look at you and say, "You don't come out of this. You don't come out of this." When the accountant says you don't come out of it, you're broke and you don't know it, and you don't come out of it. The accountant says the economy can turn around and it could boom, and you don't come out of it. Because if it takes 2 years, you can't sustain. And that's when I always say jokingly, I had a choice to leave with $5 or nothing, and I took the $5. Now that being said, every time I see a line that says Senate working on short-term spending bill, America, you're broke. And you don't know it. And the current Congress that you have today, you're not coming out of it with the spending. I'm going to take a break, come back, wrap up the show.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Impact Designs and Creations just made Christmas shopping season a little bit easier. Now's the time to place your orders. This season, the featured items are Christmas tree ornaments, customized t-shirts and pet gear, cups, personalized ornaments, fan gear, and more. Stop by and do some one-stop shopping located at 307 Cleveland Street, Suite A in Blairsville, Georgia. Call 706-400-5674. Impact Design and Creations, making everyone's Christmas wish come true.
And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I've got a lot of work to do in the next couple of days getting ready for next week. So let's just run through the Twitter deck. All right. My sincere apology for saying 2020 in my first segment that I got off the rails on. Now, this is why the media, this is why the deep state media does not like a guy like me. Because 48 seconds, that's how old this tweet is. 48 seconds ago. 48 seconds ago, President Donald J. Trump tweeted out, it's now a minute. That's how far behind I am on the news with the president. The Trump Foundation has done great work and given away lots of money, both mine and others, to great charities over the years, with me taking no fees, rent, salaries, etc. Now, as usual, I'm getting slammed by Cuomo and the Dems in a long-running civil lawsuit started by who? I'm going to refresh. Because, I mean, that was just 48 seconds ago. Where's the second one? Started by who? Dems in a long-running civil lawsuit. So that's his comment on the Trump Foundation. Remember, let's look at number 9. This very, what a beast, man. I mean, that's like something you'd see in the wild. I know, I can't help that. It's wrong out of me. It is totally wrong. Get your children away from the TV. I'm thinking this is something that you come up on a safari. Oh, it can't get any worse. All right, so attempt to politicize. There's Trump Foundation to dissolve and allegations of misusing funds. Bizarro, you think it's the Clinton Foundations, but this is the Attorney General of the state of Georgia, of the state of New York. That's Attorney General of the state of New York. Okay, let's take her off there. 18 minutes ago, President of the United States tweeted out, we have defeated ISIS in Syria. My only reason for being there during the Trump presidency. Okay, an hour ago he tweeted out, Mexico is paying indirectly for the wall through the new USMCA, the replacement for NAFTA. Far more money coming into the U.S. because of the tremendous, far more money coming to U.S. because of tremendous dangers at the border, including large-scale criminal and drug inflow. The United States military will build the wall, ! It will get built one way or the other, he says. 2 hours ago, the President of the United States tweeted out, in our country, so much money has been poured down the drain. I just said that. Has been poured down the drain for so many years, but when it comes to border security and the military, the Democrats fight to the death. We won on military, which is being completely rebuilt. One way or another, we will win on the wall, one way or the other. Now, this is an amazing, this just amazes me when I see this, and I'll give you what I want. I don't know if the word is amazed. Sometimes I use words that I shouldn't. I just shouldn't say this. When I see stuff like, let's go to 16, that the Senate is working on a short-term spending plan, okay? And I see that. Folks, are we living in a bizarro world? Now, we have a Congress that is working on trillions of dollars in spending. Okay, every year a trillion. Okay, The debt goes up $1 trillion, we spend $1 trillion. Trillions of dollars in spending. Okay? No interest in paying back anything. We spend money with zero interest in paying back anything. No interest in it. Okay? And we have, go look at the, just Google fentanyl, just Google opiate death, American death rates increasing, the rate of death of Americans increasing based on drug addiction problems. I think just put that in the Google machine, as Gumby over there at MSNBC would say. Okay? Put that in there, the Google machine. See what you get. Drugs pouring across the border. Sickness, illness, disease, no checks whatsoever, pouring across the border. Our hospitals are collapsing. We don't have the money. States are in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars. If you think for 1 second, not a minute, a second, that California is fiscally sound, all right, with the amount of illegals in Los Angeles or in the area of anywhere in California that have taken over hundreds of millions, which equal billions of dollars. We have $200 billion that they cost us a year, from housing them to social programs that we give them. We give them food, rent, okay? Schools, you have to let these kids in school. All right? It's sad the 7-year-old little girl died. It's sad, obviously. But if the 7-year-old little girl lives, she goes in the 2nd grade. And you pay for all those years. And when I make a comment that your schools are collapsing, it angers you that I don't know what I'm talking about. And the disconnect that we have in this country, when you have, I'm in Georgia, so I'll use Georgia. The disconnect that we have in this country when your state body, legislative body, comes to you and says our $26 billion budget now fully funds our schools. And you sit on this side and cheer, not stopping to think it's your money that is fully funding schools that are overrun with illegals. Yes, undocumented people in your states that's going to school, that you are educating, because the Constitution of the United States, we have to educate them. Yeah, federal government said you will educate them. Ask Jimmy Carter and ask the Department of Education that he created. You will educate them, all right? I'll tell you what. Now listen to me close. We're not going to get into, now listen to me close. We're not going to get into, is health care a right? We're not going to get into that. But for those of you out there that question, is health care a right or a privilege, why don't you take the same amount of time to think about, we've made education a right, government education a right to all that cross that border. They go in your school. Because let me tell you something, if you can get them through those schools and they get them into your communist higher learning levels of learning education, the big facilities there, and indoctrinate them, and they come out socialist? You see, if you make health care right and you give everybody health care, obviously, I understand what you're saying, but if that's right, but boy, I tell you what, the left, the Saul Alinsky's, the left, they all know. Get them in that school. Well, that's everybody's right. See, it's not everybody's right, okay? Now, wait a minute. Let's not get in the argument. We're not having an argument. I'm not coming to you to tell you that something is a right. I just want you to think of things. I get so tired of the narrow road that we go down of thinking of one thing, but the other thing we give no time. So now for me, my little head gets into, second grade, and I see the old-fashioned desks lined up in second grade, and I see me sitting in the front because in the back I always got moved to the front because I was in trouble. But I see the desk and I see all the kids. And I went to a diverse school where a lot of the kids I went to school with were Catholic, Jewish, Irish, they're Catholic, all right, you getting that? German, black. I was the minority. I was a Baptist, a Southern Baptist, which, all right. So anyhow, I see that. And I see everybody according to the Department of Education that Jimmy Carter created and the indoctrination, which I went to school before Department of Education, but indoctrination, okay, I see everybody's supposed to have the same right to an education, the same textbook, okay, the same right to that education. And if they come across the border, no matter what, they're collapsing our schools. They're collapsing our hospitals. They're collapsing our financial struggle. You're broke and you don't know it, and the way they spend, you're not coming out of it. You're not coming out. You can't spend your way out of it, okay? But $200 billion, and you're reading reports today that we're going to send billions of dollars to Central American countries, including Mexico, up to $10 billion. The cost is $200 billion, but we can't build a border on our southern border. We cannot have any kind of deterrent from people coming in. It's bizarro world, folks. There's something bad wrong. We better fix it now, all right? Because we're broke and we don't know it, and we can't spend our way out of it. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m.